When you sit back now, as you're how old now?
I just made 50 today.
Oh,
So
really?
you got
Okay.
my interview on my birthday, man. It's legendary, man.
Legendary on your 50th birthday. At 50 years old, because we talked about earlier in the interview, 18, 19 years old, you weren't thinking about the damage you were doing. You weren't thinking about the crack babies. You weren't thinking about the prom queens who ended up, as prostitutes with missing teeth, and and the devastation that you were causing, the multi-generational devastation that you were causing. But now, as a 50-year-old who has a full-grown son and a grandson who I just met, while we took a break, how do you feel about what you did now?
Or when I look back, but I had these conversations when I have these little town halls. I know that my actions and what I did way back then affected a lot of people's lives and changed their lives for the worse. I know that for a fact, because of what crack did, though. And I've never shied away from that, But I also, like I tell people though, like I'm not going to be one of them persons that hide away and shy away from what my journey has been. My journey is what my journey is. And I tell people who want to always try to judge people, I tell them, man, judge yourself too, though. Like, you might didn't sell crack, but you didn't sin too. So I don't shy away from that, man. I know that when we was doing what we was doing out here and we was rocking, I know that it damaged our communities back then with that crack shit, man. Crack shit damaged a lot of people, man, for sure. Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, most definitely.
Right. And the cycle didn't repeat with your family. Like your son, who I just met, didn't follow the footsteps of his dad.
No, because I made sure that I had those conversations with him to get him to understand he didn't want to go down that path I took. Because then he'd be leaving his son out there to fend for himself. So, but me and dude
Yeah.
me and my son got a pretty cool relationship. Well, every now and then we see different on different things, but any father and son with that. But for the most part, I know that I had an effect on him where he didn't turn out to be no terrible kid. And I got a daughter too, man.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I got a daughter named Cornisha, man. I got a daughter, and I didn't know about her until she was 11 years old.
Oh, because someone else was pregnant also at the
And I
time.
got a
Oh,
mysterious
okay.
letter in the mail. One of them letters like, man, hey, what is this?
Huh.
What is this girl talking about, man? I ain't got no daughter. She trying to dump a baby on me, man. And then, she said, no, I want to pay for the blood test. I'm like, how you know this is my baby? How you go through that. You in denial.
Hmm.
And make a long story short, I took the blood test, and she was my daughter. And I always wanted a daughter and a son. I used to tell my partners in prison, man, damn, I done came in and got all this time, and I ain't got no daughter. And then 11 years after I'm in prison, lo and behold, I had a daughter out there that I didn't know nothing about.
So, what happens when these young guys walk up to you and say, listen, I want to be the next Lil D? Like, I've been hearing about you my whole life. And, I'm going to be bigger than you. And I'm not going to make your mistakes. I'm not going to get caught by the feds. I'm going to be, because I'm smarter than you. And I'm going to move slicker. And I'm going to stay under the radar. And I'm going to make $1 billion and no one's ever going to catch me. What do you tell these guys?
Well, I got a saying when I be speaking in front of these youngsters. I tell them, man, if you trying to be like me, you's a damn fool. And then they ask me, why would I be a damn fool? I said, man, I just did 28 years in prison. You want to be like me? And then I tell them that they need to think about the consequences. I tell them, okay, let's say you do make you X amount of dollars, right? but you end up going to prison for 10 and 15, 20 years, right? Ask yourself, is that worth you doing? And then if you come to the conclusion, yeah, then live with that if you get caught up. And those are the type of conversations I have with them, because I can't tell no people who might not, have no other trade that they know to feed their family. I can't just tell them what they can't do, but I can explain to them what the consequences are for certain choices that they make. Then they have to make those choices and decide on how they want to go about doing it. Just like me and everybody else, though. But I've always lived with my choices that I make, though. Like, whether you agree with them or not, though, I can live with that.